to the upside. So we've talked about the market. We've certainly gotten into the economics a little bit. Let's focus for a few minutes at least on the politics. A number of the Republican presidential candidates blaming the Obama administration for all this market volatility. Of course they would. That's what they're going to do. It's a campaign. Former Texas Senator Phil Gramm, though, says Americans shouldn't be worrying so much about the legacy of the president. But he's here now and wrote a piece in the Wall Street Journal that's getting a lot of attention, speaking of the legacy of the president. Good to see you, by the way, Senator. Thank you for coming in.
Connell.
So you compared President Obama in your Wall Street Journal piece to FDR and to Ronald Reagan in terms of the transformative nature of his presidency.
Well, look, you got, whether you agree with what the president's done or whether you don't agree, America's a different country than it was the day he put his hand on the Bible.
So he's transformed the country.
He's transformed the country. He's vastly expanded the role of government.
Yeah.
Government plays a increasing role in our lives. It dominates the banking system, the healthcare system, energy production. It now is going to be a dominant force in the internet. So if you look back 100 years and you ask yourself, who has changed America? Remember, this is a president who said he wanted to be transformative,
and
like Ronald Reagan.
And he has. Now, the question is, has that transformation been a positive or a negative? We see, just to focus on what's happening now, so we have a week here. We're all over the place with the markets, and the Dow is down 1,000 points, and then it's down 500, it's up 400. It's all over the map. And as I said, some of the people running for president on the Republican side naturally are saying this is the president's fault. Part of the transformation you're talking about, government intervention. Do you blame it when you see market movements like this?
Look, if you're for it, you can give it credit. I think the bottom line, though, it is indisputable, is that under the new economy that we have with the vast expansion of government, growth has stagnated.
Yes,
and
2-3%. Yes.
Now, what is producing the market today? You got to remember, the people you're interviewing have to say something. The reality is that we are in a downward adjustment. Is it because we've been floating on a sea of liquidity and people are increasingly concerned about it? Is it China? My guess is it's all the above.
Probably. Do you think, and I think it's interesting to look at your piece, and I was just reading through it, and then the Roosevelt-Reagan comparison obviously stands out. I think a lot of people in reading that and knowing your political background say, well, he must be making a negative judgment on the president. He must be saying,
no, what I'm saying, though, which I think is important, and I think it's important to the campaign, and that is when you look at how Obama wrought this transformation, he did it with using executive orders at a level that no one has ever done before. That can all be reversed by a new president. He discovered in analyzing progressive law and debate that people always balked when they saw the details, so he stayed away from the details.
Yes. And
he wrote laws that set out objectives and with a solution to be provided basically after the law was passed. Over and over and over again.
Yeah, whatever your example
Well, here's the point.
Okay.
The discretionary authority the law gave him to do what he did, a new president can use that discretionary authority to largely circumvent what he did.
True.
And finally, I would argue, and this is, Jefferson used to say, good men with the same facts are prone to disagree. I think America bought into the FDR transformation. I think they bought into the Reagan transformation. I don't think Americans have bought into the Obama transformation. It never was bipartisan. Republicans are united to repeal it. So I think that this transformation rests on a bed of sand, and I think the presidential campaign, at least for Republicans, ought to be about not just seeing who can scream the loudest that they want to undo what Obama's done, but who's got a coherent, believable program for undoing it. That's what the debate ought to be about.
Senator, it's great to see you. Is there one name, by the way, we are out of time, but is there one name that stands out that does have that plan yet? Or
no, I think nobody has it yet. I hope everybody is working on it.
You still have that good political answer in you. Very nice. Senator Gramm, good to see you, sir.